Hello and welcome to episode 33 of my IXION playthrough. We are rapidly approaching the end. We are down to 50% hull. We are in the system that supposedly has Remus in it somewhere. And we have to make a start on trying to find it and trying to colonize it. To which end, I'm going to turn that on and make that automatically run. These are on. We don't need all of these on. Let's see if 3 will be enough. What can we start researching? Okay, primary thing we want to do is find I saw that. Oh, is there a storm in this entire area? There was something here. I saw that blink. Is there an invisible storm?
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Change of plan. Can I... Construction speed, cost, we don't worry about cost. Despite the interference from the intense cloud cover on an Palatine, our probe was able to detect some unusually high levels of mercury on its surface. The planet's environment is toxic, but should pose no problem to our teams. We have landed on Palatine near the highest registered concentration of mercury. A huge river of the element flows off a cliff, a waterfall in silver ending in an ocean several kilometers away. We actually have a planet similar to this in our solar system in the minute that has rivers of mercury, or is suspected to have. 90% sure. Locate the source of the river. Let's do the analysis. Are miners configured to do anything? No, they're not. That's okay. For the time being, we don't want them to.
A probe has completed its scan.
Interesting. Let's find some nearby resources just in case we need them. Alright, where were you? There you are. Do we have another source of ferrite nearby? No, okay, let's just focus on getting the lion's share of the ferrite here then. We're not set to, or we're not configured to pick any up, but that doesn't mean that we can't start mining them.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Okay, that gives us all the basics. Let's continue looking for the planets. Oh, I wonder if I can use that to cheat. I wonder if Remus is here. Because there's two things. There's a science one, and there's one for it's like mission critical.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
One sec, I need to sneeze. Or cough, rather. Something in the back of my throat. Clear things out. Okay. We have 2,000 people here. Let's... There we go. Colonists are going to take a while. How's the research going? Okay, we've got that done, we've got that done.
The probe has completed its scan.
Construction speed, we don't care about any of those. Okay, so we will worry about these now. Queue up that. Once that's done, we queue up that. That gives us ice. How much do we need ice in a minute? I mean, we have stockpiles of everything. We don't need anything. So we think that's over there. That gives us... Which side is this on? Okay, so... We have this one, we have this one, we have this one, we are on this one, we are missing the one on the inside. There it is.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Both of them did. When did they do that? Oh no, this one arrived over here. We just forgot to initiate it. Almost all of the weather systems have been infiltrated with mercury. The resulting dense toxic cloud cover would not provide any conclusive to the development of life or potential colonization efforts. Locate the source of the river. First readings from the Plutarch reveal that the system has been a gravitational anomaly. Potential sites for analysis have been located. Exoskeleton technology will allow our team to begin planetary exploration. Fragmented transmissions from the Bajavals crew are coming through at an extremely rapid rate. They say that they have arrived on the site and have been awaiting instructions for several cycles now. That's going to finish really, really quickly. That's going to take a little while to get the resources over there, so it's a good job we're improving the size of them. Probe has found the point of interest. We have found Remus.
Greetings, people of the BBS Tycoon. I am Agora of the 3rd generation. We, the IXION guides, know that you have been searching for Remus for a long time. However, we have established a delicately balanced ecosystem here on this planet that cannot suffer your presence. We remember Dolas as our first and closest ally, as the one who made the Neocont Parsheville teachings visible. Pioneers of genetic conatus, you have suffered repression, persecution, and extermination. In memory of the doors you opened for us, of our common past, it is our turn to open the door for you. There is a way for you and your crew to join us. You may be a part of our community. Shape it. We will no longer be we. You will no longer be you. We will become us. For this to happen, you will need to be genetically optimized for life on Remus. We will incorporate your genetic heritage into our society. You will follow the elder process my predecessor applied to us. You will be adapted to the planet's gravity, to photosynthesize. You will live in symbiosis with Remus. Let me be clear. Humanity's mistake has been its attempts to transform ecosystems, to deny its place in them. We do not terraform, we change. We are not intruders. We are a crystalline part of the ecosystem. You will live longer and work according to your abilities and passions. Our elites guide us with pragmatism, intellect, empathy, and with sensibility. We have no other interest than to follow genetic conatus. Let us show you the new cradle of humanity. Trust in genetic conatus. We followed a self-similar pattern.
An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
Nicely timed. Eva doesn't have anything to say about that? Meet with them on Remus. I imagine that means I've got to send the ship over. Which is fine, if that's what we need to do, that's what we need to do. Okay, the fact you're not collecting signs makes me think that you've gone boom. Oh no. Just an injured crew member. The team of the Seagulls discovered the source, a huge lake of mercury, which the liquid metal flows. During survey efforts, fell into the lake and seems to have ingested a large quantity of mercury. Why weren't you wearing a suit? They were saved by the team, but the mission reports detail how they experienced multiple hallucinatory visions from the exposure. They described witnessing US attacks on Dolos infrastructure, war and famine across the earth, massive crowds being crushed together, fleeing from deadly mobs. Dolos security protocols recommend he be transferred to the infirmary immediately. Repatriate the Seagull and transfer the pilot to the infirmary. After reading gravitational anomalies, potential sites for analysis being located, exosuit technology allowing. Oh, but yeah. Fragmented transmissions from the crew are coming in at an extremely rapid rate. They say they have arrived at the site and have been waiting for instruction for several cycles now. Huh? We are no longer receiving transmissions from the team. Biometric report data suggests the team experienced accelerated aging. This led to insanity, hunger, dehydration, and finally death. The expedition will be declared lost. The expedition will be declared lost, but the automatic flight protocol will recover the barging. I wonder why I may not have been able to collect the science because it was down a crew member. Anyway, ooh, we have another thing. Oh, I didn't pay attention to the inner ring. Hey, Seagull, there we are. Good, they're collecting science from there now. Speed things up again. We should probably make our way over.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Delos attack flood. This is Sector 1 Scientific Signals. We are once again taking the liberty of overriding Delos protocol in order to contact you. We have some analysis on Eden after she was attacked by the Paranesi's PA. We unearthed some interesting files. Information on Remus and numerous colonization protocols were present in Eden's database from the beginning of the Tyquin's mission. And that's not all. We also discovered details on another viable exoplanet within the system. The planet... is that supposed to be Romulus? The planet has been marked so that it doesn't appear on any reports you receive. We've put in place administrative countermeasures. We encourage you to send a team to the planet. I have heard you. Interesting. We don't really need carbon or silicon, but we may as well get the things marked.
A probe has completed its scan. A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Let's begin. The crew are hallucinating. A symptom of death. Well, it's definitely a pretty blue orb. Romulus does not exist. Administrator, there is no planet here. Then how are they getting science? I suppose that is... if they were telling the truth, then that's Eden screwing with my information. So how do I get or how do I bypass that? We've basically got all the research we want. At this point it's just finding ones we haven't done and queuing them up.
Probe has completed its scan. Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
Sector 1 Scientific Syndicates. Eden has continued to block Remus despite our countermeasures. I won't beat around the bush any longer. We need to shut down Eden. She is altering all the data presented to you, as well as the data the crew members exchange with each other. You probably noticed this already. Eden obeys the principles of Dolos, which today are probably more than a century out of date. She's programmed to prevent us from reaching Romulus to make a fresh start. She won't deviate from the old dream of the long-crushed cooperation. She won't deviate from the old dreams of long-crushed corporations that brought down the lunacrism. She has totally disconnected from what the crew, including you, have gone through and still going through. We have successfully deposited a protocol for disconnection in the EVA airlock database. Your only hope. So I'm guessing administrator ... I don't necessarily want to just disable Eden at the minute. There's still a lot of questions we can ask. For example, why is that society so intent on colonizing Remus rather than colonizing Romulus rather than joining the people on Remus? Oh, that has to be Romulus, because Remus is supposed to be the moon of Romulus, isn't it? If my Star Trek is correct, my Star Trek memory is correct. Okay, well. Let's start trying to finish everything else off. We'll continue scanning things.
Has occurred in the Tycoon.
Let's actually start collecting some of this stuff. That's not how that works.
A probe has completed its scan. A science ship has arrived at its destination.
Not that we really have anything to spend it on other than just keeping the hold intact. Okay, they both arrived. Despite the low average temperature on Numitor, abnormal heat zones have been detected on this gassy planet atmosphere. We have entered Numitor's atmosphere opaque and crimson. It makes spotting anything here difficult. Extreme pressure readings have been recorded near the planet's liquid core. We await instructions. Set up a floating research center. Create specific analysis tools. Let's go with that. Scan analyze the Lupicide has provided some unusual data. The planet is home to numerous anomalies and high levels of carbon allotropes. The atmosphere is very thin and toxic. Visible particles hang suspended in and move in the light winds of the planet. Impressively, the vast quantity of diamond encrusted in the surface. The thin atmosphere will provide little protection. We have chosen to study a location that rarely experienced as direct exposure. The system, any increase in the surface temperature could jeopardize the scene's safety. So advanced infrastructure and explore and research. Set up a small extraction database. We're going to set up a small one because a large one could run the risk of increasing temperature. Okay, now we need to wait for the resources, which is going to take a while. I wonder if this planet doesn't exist. And we fly to it. How many, or how's the PA going to react to this? If we can force her to question, or if we can force a question, it's like everyone here can see this, then in theory the AI wouldn't be able to say, no, there's nothing there any longer. Plausible deniability would then disappear. I was going to do something else. What was it? I went into the spaceship for a reason. Don't think he was to see how that was going. Or to do what I'm about to do, which is take 200 non-workers from Sector 1, 200 non-workers Sector 1 to Sector 6, Sector 2 to Sector 6, Sector 3 to... There you go, it exists. What was we doing? 200 non-workers from Sector 3 to Sector 6. And then from Sector 5 to Sector 6. And then we move colonists back from Sector 6 to Sector 5. Sector 3 to 2. Sector 1. So we haven't officially arrived yet. Now we've arrived.
Population transfer complete. An accident has occurred in the Tycoon. A probe has completed its scan.
We just lost
Population transfer complete.
Okay, that's good. We had a whole lot of accidents coming in last couple of ticks.
People of the VVS Tycoon, we have detected the presence of a BMS warship in the Ilia system. The Piranesi has followed in the footsteps of your Vol trace. We have no weapons, no military solution against such an enemy. To ensure the survival of this settlement in Ilia, you will have to find a way to silence him, once and for all.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
I kind of figured that was probably going to be the case. We may have to disable we may have to disable Eden anyway. Everything confirms this sad truth. The Piranesi has followed us to the Ilia system. Great.
Administrator, I am not dead yet. I will feed on your pitiful community. I will build my rebirth. Are you ready? for your simulation.
Here we go again. It'd be great if I could probe it, but I can't zoom in far enough to know which part of this is actually what we're looking for. Sooner or later, that thing is going to make a... it's going to head towards Remus. We don't have an available science ship to send over to it. Okay, good. One of them's going. Not that we could necessarily do anything with a science ship on it.
A probe has completed its scan.
We should probably not stay here. Let's make a move so that if it does launch a drone swarm, it doesn't launch it at Romulus. Or Remus.
A science ship team has completed a task.
Okay. We're behind schedule with the carbon extractor, but have discovered something incredible. Substrate readings are extremely promising and have shed light on Lauria Frock's work on matter undulation. We would like to continue studying on... Continue with extraction and analysis. I give you permission. I know I shouldn't, but I give you permission anyway.
Administrator, a new request awaits your attention.
The Scientific Syndicate of Sector 1 has found a solution for the Pernices problem. Now that we have finally reached a viable exoplanet, the Tyquin has no further purpose. The Scientific Syndicate proposes the following. As preparations are being made for colonization, the Tyquin sectors should be filled with batteries. Once they are charged and the crew is ready to exit, a flight path will be plotted for the Tyquin to crash into the Pernices, igniting the stored power. This should be enough to destroy the BMS warhead. Administrator, in the scenario where there is no longer any life on board the Tyquin, I am authorized as PA of this station to lead it to its end. So it's probably a good job we didn't disconnect it. The problem is that the PA is susceptible to the Pernices. I wonder if, given the opportunity, if the administrator can stay behind. Okay, good. Research is beginning
there.
there.
A probe has completed its scan. An accident has occurred in the Tycoon.
What are you heading towards? Colonization Training Center has been... or has sustained damage. Do we have 500 colonists? We can move over the last of them. Okay, let's make sure all of our non-workers are colonists. Pause, non-workers, Sector 1 to Sector 6, 100. Okay. Sector 1, Sector 2, Sector 3, Sector 5. Send back because we need the space. Well, we don't actually. We can just keep them all over there, but I may as well have them spread out just for safety's sake. Okay, Sector 5, Sector 3, Sector 2, Sector 1. That will turn all of our non-workers into colonists.
A science ship team has completed a task.
At some point within the lifespan, was exposed to a strong gravitation and electromagnetic force, as well as nuclear radiation. The team has put forward two explanatory theories. The first identifies the transformation into a white dwarf as the cause of this exposure. The second, derived from the works of is posits that the existence of one or more entities within self-similar space, entities that could or may interact with our material plane, would result in aberrations in the fundamental forces of nature. On the cusp of true discovery, the team has requested further time to investigate and study the If the temperature rises too much, then everything goes boom. But we're so close to the end anyway.
Population transfer complete. A science ship team has completed a task.
After several surveys, the team of the Seagull has discovered the existence of a second, much smaller, denser core. Self-similar space particles were also detected, and the team propose that there is a correlation between the presence of these particles and the core's strong gravitational activity. We have 500 research, we need to use it on something. Where are you moving? You are moving towards Remus. Okay. If that's the case, then it serves us not at all being here. They're not following us, they're heading to Remus. Here's the thing, I don't trust humanity. I mean that quite literally, I don't trust humanity. If we colonize this, there is eventually going to be a war between the two of us. I can pretty much guarantee it, because that's how screwed up humans are.
Ship team has completed a task.
We'll wait for it to collect the research from here, and then we'll click this button that will tell me that the ship has been destroyed.
An accident has occurred in the Typhoon.
Oh wait, no, extra hours in Sector 4. We need to turn something off. We don't need these on at the minute. Okay, I think we should pause resource collection on anything other than ice, although again, we have a massive stockpile of ice. Although, to be fair, no one's mined any ice yet. We should probably get this chain going. Alright, yeah, no, we need to click the button to watch it be destroyed. There we go. Behavior analysis of their final communication indicates signs of unhealthy fascination and self-destructive tendencies. Before enacting what they refer to as the descent to other gods, the team transmitted the final package of study data. Bloody hell, that is a lot of study data. Farewell messages received from the teams will allow us to legally classify them as lost and immediately repatriate all Dolus assets and equipment. That is so much science. I need another science ship. That's a TO3 cargo ship. Okay, they are picking up ice. Just keeping up with all of this now is going to be almost impossible. Build enough batteries to cover 1,000 tiles. That's actually not that hard, because we can remove a decent number of these.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
The bigger issue is going to be less removing these and more just having somewhere to put the damn resources. Okay, stop making steel. Do we have all of these on? We do, that's good. Yeah, and it's the area that it covers that's the main important thing. I can't really do anything with this because we can't get a road back there. We can probably knock out a couple of buildings here. We can, so let's go ahead and do that. We're going to need that turned on. We can get rid of that. Sector 3 is already running about as tight as we can get it. We could remove this and get a couple in there because we have the bigger one. Yeah, population-wise we can't remove another one of those, but we can remove that. We could also remove this. We do still have to get rid of these resources though. Okay, good. That's gone, which lets us replace them. What else can we turn off in here? You can stockpile a whole bunch of extra. I don't really want to turn that off if I can avoid it. This doesn't really have... Oh, is the entire crew being trained now? Bar a small amount that we can't currently train. Okay, that'll train the last of them. We can definitely fit some more batteries in here without too much problem. Administrator, we were greeted most solemnly by the people. It's different to ours, taller, thinner, and their skin has a slightly green shade to it. Atmospheric readings indicate the oxygen is present, but an insufficient quantity supports the unadapted Tycoon crew on Remus without respiratory assistance. We have not witnessed any signs of poverty or conflict, and the population density is much lower than that of the Earth we left. If we're going to get rid of that, then we need to... burn resources! Is there anything I can actually legitimately burn resources on?
Has occurred in the Tycoon.
Colonist Training Center. Ooh, that could it will do when it comes back online. Bollocks.
A probe has completed its scan. Ship team has completed a task.
We have met with the representatives. We were surprised at first by their limited ceremony of what seemed to us a momentous occasion. Received on a beach, we were then taken to a cliff top that overlooked the ocean. Many joined the gathering. They simply watched, others inspecting our suits and devices. Following our exchange with Argora and the other members of the Ashtangish hierarchy, a proposal was made. If we agreed to join them, they would reveal the location of the temples within the Ilia system. Each temple contains a fragment of a blueprint for a bioengineering center. Constructing this on board the Tycoon would allow us to adapt ourselves to life at Remus. I'm fairly sure this was not what Eden planned anyway. But this is going to take longer because we're going to have to also then build those, or build the genetic center. Genetic adaptation center, or whatever they just called it. We'd also then have to go get those materials. I need to make a choice, and I am not sure which way I want to choose to go. If the human race gets genetically engineered, are they going to stop trying to kill each other? Probably not. We've no evidence that that will be the case. Oh, that. I meant to queue that, but that's fine. Let's push the other one over. Yep, we're already replacing that. May as well tear that down. And we can tear that down as well. Oh, balls. Yeah, that's a good point. Some of these locations... Oh no, I think most of them we'll be able to get to. If we want to build that, we're going to need to cancel the construction of that. And then build a road to it. I think we'll call it there for the day and the week. And I will make a decision on what I'm going to do by the next time I record this, so next Wednesday. It's Saturday here. But yeah. We shall leave it there for now and figure out where we're going to go. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back again next Monday with more of this. And that week, I think we finish. But thanks again, and hopefully, we'll see you next time. Cheerio.